The streak is over and the baseball world is buzzing. Superstar Shohei Ohtani has seen his incredible 53-game on-base streak come to a sudden halt after a high-stakes night on the mound against the San Francisco Giants. It is a historic run that finally concludes, leaving fans wondering what comes next for the two-way sensation.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
With the streak behind him, the focus shifts to how the Los Angeles Dodgers will manage their star player moving forward. Manager Dave Roberts has opened up about the potential for more rest days for Shohei Ohtani, signaling that the team is ready to experiment with his workload to ensure he remains in top form for the duration of the season. Everything is on the table as Dave Roberts contemplates new strategies, including the possibility of Shohei Ohtani pitching without stepping into the batter's box. The team is already seeing production from fill-ins like catcher Dalton rushing, and the Dodgers are clearly keeping their options flexible as they navigate a challenging stretch of the schedule. Even with a brilliant performance from Shohei Ohtani, who went 6 scoreless innings with 7 strikeouts, the San Francisco Giants ultimately secured the 3-0 win thanks to a massive 3-run homer by Patrick Bailey. It was a tough loss for the Dodgers, but we are breaking down all the action from the diamond right here. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another update. Ever wonder what it takes to break the laws of baseball gravity? Well, Shohei Ohtani just reminded us that even the impossible has a limit. After a staggering 53-game on-base streak, a career-best run that felt like it might never end, the curtain finally closed on that historic streak during a high-stakes showdown against the Giants. But here is the kicker. He didn't exactly have a bad night at the office. In fact, he dominated on the mound, tossing 6 scoreless innings of pure clinical brilliance. It is the ultimate paradox of the Ohtani experience. The man is so good that his failures are still victories. But this streak coming to an end has sparked a new conversation in the Dodgers clubhouse. Manager Dave Roberts is now openly weighing the pros and cons of giving our two-way superstar more rest, especially on the days he takes the mound. It makes sense, right? If you have a Ferrari, you do not drive it in the red line every single mile of the commute. We are talking about preserving the most unique asset in the history of the sport and finding that balance between legendary Iron Man and long-term longevity is the next big chess move for Los Angeles. It is a tough pill to swallow for fans who want to see him crush it in every single at-bat, but keeping Ohtani fresh might be the only way to ensure he remains the unstoppable force we have come to love. What do you think? Should Roberts force him to take more breaks? Or is Ohtani at his best when he is doing it all, every single day? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with every twist in the Ohtani saga. At the end of the day, streaks are meant to be broken, but legends like Shohei, they are just getting started. What do you do when your star player is literally too good for his own good? That is the question currently haunting the Dodgers front office. We just witnessed the end of a historic 53-game on-base streak from Shohei Ohtani, and in classic Ohtani fashion, he ended the run on a night where he threw 6 scoreless innings of shutout baseball. It is a level of dominance that feels almost scripted, yet here we are talking about rest, recovery, and the delicate balancing act of managing a generational talent. Manager Dave Roberts is making a point of being flexible, admitting that we might see Ohtani pitch without taking his usual spot in the batter's box more often moving forward. It's a necessary evolution to keep him healthy for the long haul, especially considering the Dodgers have options like Dalton rushing, who has been absolutely raking, waiting in the wings to fill that DH role. Ohtani's numbers on the mound this season are frankly absurd, boasting an ERA of 0.38 across 24 innings, but his batting average has dipped slightly to .258 following that 0-for-4 night in San Francisco. It is easy to look at the streak ending and feel a sense of finality, but in the world of Ohtani, one chapter closing just means he's shifting his focus to the next masterclass. Roberts is keeping every option on the table, including dropping him in the order or just giving him the day off entirely. Because the goal isn't just winning a mid-April series. It's about having the best player on the planet ready to go in October. The Dodgers are currently in a bit of a slump, dropping 4 of their last 5. But when you have a weapon like Ohtani, you are never truly out of a race. Do you think Roberts should protect Ohtani by taking the bat out of his hands, or is his presence at the plate worth the risk? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more baseball updates, and remember, in a game defined by failure, watching greatness is the ultimate privilege. Is there anything this man can't do? Shohei Ohtani just reminded us that even baseball miracles have their limits. The two-way Titan just saw his legendary 53-game on-base streak snap, and ironically, it happened on a night he was dealing on the mound. Think about that. He shuts out the Giants for 6 scoreless innings, yet the headline is that his bat finally went silent. It's the ultimate Ohtani paradox. But this quiet night at the plate has sparked a massive conversation in the Dodgers dugout. Manager Dave Roberts is now openly reconsidering the workload, weighing whether it's time to give the superstar some strategic breathers, especially on days he's slated to pitch. Ohtani, ever the professional, says he's ready for whatever the team needs. Whether he's in the leadoff spot or sitting on the bench to preserve that arm, he's putting the roster first. But here is the reality. Roberts has a luxury he didn't have before. With players like Dalton crushing the ball as a fill-in DH, the Dodgers finally have legitimate depth that makes resting Ohtani a viable, winning strategy rather than a downgrade. It's a balancing act that will define the Dodgers' title hopes this season. Can they keep their unicorn fresh for the long haul without losing his lethal offensive production? Everything is on the table, and honestly, that's exactly how it should be. The goal isn't just to win in April, it's to have Ohtani firing on all cylinders when October rolls around. What do you think? Should the Dodgers force Ohtani to take more days off, or is he simply too important to keep out of the lineup? Let me know your take in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the game's biggest stories, and keep your eyes on the box score. Because with a talent like this, another 50-game streak is never out of the question. Imagine throwing an absolute masterclass on the mound, holding the opposition scoreless for 6 innings, only to watch your team lose the game the moment you step off the rubber. That is exactly the heartbreak Shohei Ohtani lived through at Oracle Park. Ohtani was electric, tossing 6 shutout innings with 7 strikeouts and not a single walk allowed. It was the kind of performance that defines an ace, but in baseball, even greatness needs a little help from the bats. For 6 innings, it was a beautiful pitcher's duel between Ohtani and San Francisco starter Tyler Malone. Malone was equally brilliant, silencing the Dodgers' offense for 7 full frames. But the game changed the second Ohtani's night ended. Lee Jung-hoo kicked off the 7th with a spark, delivering a clutch leadoff single that signaled the end of the Dodgers' defensive stability. After an Elliot Ramos single and a perfectly executed bunt by Drew Gilbert, the stage was set for Patrick Bailey. Bailey jumped on a low-end-in slider from reliever Jack Dreyer, sending it soaring over the left center wall for a massive 3-run homer. That one swing was all the Giants needed to secure a 3-0 victory. For the Korean Stars, it was a mixed bag. Lee Jung-hoo struggled to figure out Ohtani early on, getting struck out and grounded out, but he stayed resilient, picking up that key hit once the Dodgers went to the bullpen. Kim Hae-sung, meanwhile, had a tough night at the plate, going hitless in 3 tries. It's a harsh reminder that in the majors, individual brilliance is only half the battle. Ohtani did his part, but the Giants proved that it takes a total team effort to close out a win. What do you think? Does this Dodgers lineup need more depth, or was it just one of those nights where the bats went cold? Hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the drama on the diamond. And remember, in baseball, the game isn't over until the final out is recorded.